The race to fill this man's shoes is hotting up, and the North East could potentially hold the key to who's elected as the next leader of UKIP. There are 6 candidates, 2 from our region. They're Phillip Broughton, who stood for Parliament in Hartlepool in the last election, coming second, and Jonathan Arnott, who's been the member of European Parliament for the North East since 2014. So, Phillip Broughton, well, he describes himself on Twitter as liking politics. I assume that's got to help. Wrestling, tennis and football. So why should he be the next leader of UKIP?
Well, I'm somebody who's young, passionate, northern, working class, and I think this party has got to do some very important things. We've got to broaden our message so we talk about all of the issues, the economy, law and order, defence, foreign policy, the NHS, the whole lot. And we've also got to change our tone, because we've got to realise sometimes the way we say things is just as important as the words we use.
And what about Mr. Arnott?
What I'm actually going to do is build a team of people, hard-working, dedicated, talented people in UKIP, people who will be fantastic performers on the media, people who are going to be great at building the policy platform for us to take seats at the general election. That's what I want to do. I want to develop a team that can work together, that can build this party and take us forward into the next general election.
Jonathan Arnott has spoke previously of being the voice for North East manufacturing if he gets UKIP's top job. And he wants to make sure we buy British when we can and promises to stand up for the northern working class. But what about Phillip Broughton?
You know, we've got to protect the NHS, so we make sure we stop the privatisation that was started by Blair, carried on by Cameron. We've got to have a fair economy where we make sure the big businesses pay their fair share of tax, you know, and obviously make sure we help the lowest paid by raising that tax threshold again. I would raise that tax threshold to £15,000 to help the lowest paid people in our country. And we do need tougher policies on law and order. We think if you get a 5-year sentence, you should serve 5 years, and life should mean life. I also think we should be scrapping the hospital car parking charges, because that is an absolute scandal, and it is a tax on the sick, and it is totally unfair. So I think I've got the policies there to be able to really change things and make sure that our NHS, which is one of the most important institutions in our country, is protected.
They were both dealt a boost last week when Stephen Woolf, the candidate who many thought would be front-runner, was banned from standing for leadership after he submitted his forms late. What makes you a better candidate for people in the North East than Jonathan Arnott?
Well, look, I'm not going to make direct comparisons between myself and Jonathan. Myself and Jonathan are good friends. We get on very, very well. We've both made the decision to stand in this leadership contest. We both respect each other's various talents and abilities. So I'm not going to make any specific comment on Jonathan.
Obviously, but people might favour Jonathan. Why should they favour Jonathan, not you, though?
Well, look, I think we need somebody who is young, who is passionate.
Yeah, we've said that.
Yeah, exactly. And somebody who can communicate the message to people. And I think I am the person that could do that. I think I've got the background, I think I've got the skills, and I've got the talents to be a very good leader of UKIP. And that's why I'm in this leadership contest.
Tonight at the Marriott and Gateshead, there'll be the first hustings between all 6 candidates, with ballot papers sent out to UKIP members on September the 1st, with the winner announced at their national conference on September the 15th.